I'm DRBMiller, and this is DRBMiller introducing Spiritfarer. A warm welcome to all of our friends, fans, community members and participants and viewers, in fact, on all platforms worldwide. Thank you for joining us and thank you for being valued members of our community. We are going to be continuing with our adventure here in Spiritfarer. We started out on a journey yesterday, and this is a game I've talked about quite a bit here on the channel for quite some time. And we had no time to introduce it in full, but as you will recall, the game's been voted by the Xbox Club members as one of the very best family-friendly games on the platform. And you've heard that once you played the game, you just felt good, you felt positive about everything, and I really echo that. I think yesterday the adventure had begun for us, and we sailed a bit and I tried a few things, and really it had a very, very family-friendly, very enjoyable, story-driven content. It is a typical platformer. You need to be walking your character from one place to another, completing certain tasks, and generally it's been quite easy and thoroughly entertaining. So today we are going to be having a different sort of Sunday and shorter streams. I think I'm feeling a bit of a what do you call it, a streamer haze, considering how many hours I've been streaming during the last 6 months, and had a break during Christmas and New Year, to be fair, but I think Sundays will be a bit more family friendly, a bit more relaxing compared to what we had recently. And I have quite a variety of games to introduce here, so from the how to put it, on the channel we've had several concepts introduced, and really for me it's always like an ever-evolving organism, and always have to be responding to community members and requests and the interest and what people want and the games you come across, etc, etc. So we began with a concept which is very familiar on Twitch and YouTube, and that is to be building a community attached to one single game, and that was obviously Destiny. So we've had Destiny 1 and 2 here on the channel for quite some time. I think for altogether roughly, I think it was altogether 12 months, just streamed Destiny at most times. I introduced The Division and also Apex during that period, but still, Destiny was having the greatest chunk of the space here on Twitch. And during the second year I diversified somewhat, because I felt that just doing Destiny was, well, very rewarding for myself in terms of my community build-up and the overall online gaming experience. But I'm a variety gamer. I like doing different games, and certainly since the expansion of PS Now and Xbox Game Pass services, we've seen an exponential rise of the titles which are instantly accessible to these platforms. So my gamer mindset had changed and shifted quite significantly during the last 4 years, and I think it's very much to do with the fact that previously we'd be going to local CX, we would buy a physical copy of 1 or 2 games, and then we just hammered the game. We just played, from the beginning to end, and we enjoy it. And Destiny and Elder Scrolls Online are the games that really alter the course for many gamers worldwide, because these are the first massive big open world games that are not ending, and there is always new content coming in, and there's always something else to do, and the multitude of different activities, I think Destiny in particular, which gives you, I think, 3 or 4 different subgenres of gaming, or types of platforms within one world, was quite revolutionary, quite extraordinary. So no wonder that somebody who likes PvP will be going to Gambit and the Crucible, somebody who likes doing lengthy grinds with the patrols and various other quests and tasks and bounties, people who are after the campaign, after the story missions, and the list just goes on and on. Which means if you are a gamer who likes different types of outlets for your gaming preferences, you will find all of that within one single world. That is great, but at the same time, having all the other titles introduced through streaming platforms is changing the course. And I think Bungie and Destiny also realized that really sticking to the concept which they introduced initially is not going to cut it in the long term. So we've had quite a few novelties introduced to the Destiny universe, particularly the sequel, and we've seen a complete overhaul of the structure. The latest I've heard yesterday, during the last couple of days, was about the expansions being vaulted altogether in Destiny 2. So really we're losing the whole concept of Destiny as it was 3 years ago, and they're reworking the story and throwing in other maps and missions. It's a risky concept. It's a risky thing to do. It's very brave because the community has not been overall that pleased with some of it. We need to see how it all together pans out in the end, but at the moment it's half-baked. It's a game in progress. It's not a game that we purchased originally, and certainly from my point of view, being able to do my second character and then not having to go to the campaign missions has been utterly confusing. 1 minute you've gone to the tower, and let's say if you're a new gamer, you've completed Destiny 1 and want to find out what was happening in the sequel, you find that we are all starting out on a new tower, and what's the reason for that? Why is the new tower there? What's happened to the other one? It just didn't seem to be completely connected at all. Then 1 minute you hear, let's say you go to Destiny 2, you play Forsaken, and you can see that Kate gets killed, and then you go to Cosmodrome and you have Shohan, the new in-game tutor character, who is telling you that you need to catch up with Kate, you do a few things together with him. So what's going on? He got killed, and it just didn't seem to connect too well, and it just felt like separate chunks that required editing, the old style editing, cutting on the floor, so to speak, and whatever. So really my point in all of this is as follows. I really enjoy streaming platforms. I really like the ability to enter games, to have a look at them, to try them, and then obviously if I like those games I can carry on playing them. Indeed, in many cases, if I like them, I purchase them as well. So the number of games I purchased during the last couple of years since I was a member of those two streaming platforms had been very, very great. And I purchased probably more games than otherwise because A, I was able to try them first, which was obviously very important. I knew exactly what the games were like, and then secondly, they were offered at really good prices. Previously, I wouldn't like to chance a game. I would read all about it in magazines, I would watch YouTube videos, I would sometimes watch the trailers and maybe develop a diary similar to what we do today, and I would then take a decision on, what to buy and what to play. So it was a lot more focused, a lot more restrictive, and for most of the times I've gone down the route of either AAA blockbusters or the games that I've not heard of but actually looked interesting. That era has gone completely, and it's very similar to what we have in other affiliated industries, notably television and film, because today you can get, for instance in Britain, I think it's similar in some other countries as well, you can get the subscription pass, and with Cineworld Odin, which cover 75% of our cinemas in Britain, you get your free access, which is like Netflix and Xbox Game Pass based on your subscription. So you pay £20 a month for a subscription, giving you access to all cinemas everywhere in the country that belong to that particular chain, and you can watch as many films as you want and do whatever you like. So I've watched certain films 5 or 6 times, which I really enjoyed. Saw them in IMAX, in fact. I'll give you an example. Blade Runner I've seen 3 times. The latest one I saw Christopher Nolan's come on, what's the film called? Interstellar. His Interstellar I saw 4 times, in fact, during its first run. I've seen Gravity a couple of times in IMAX. The list just goes on and on. Basically, you don't have to pay for every single performance. You've got a card, and that card is being used as many times as you want. It's unlimited. It's called Cineworld Unlimited, or Odin Unlimited as it goes, and you can then be watching everything. You see, the best thing about it is if you watch a film that you do not particularly like, there is a choice that you can just leave the cinema and you can go to another screen within the same multiplex, watch another film, which most people will not do. And it gives you the option of watching films that otherwise you would not see, just because you were interested in them or you want to find out more about a particular actor or participant. So it really gives you a lot more muscle in what you are going to be doing with your film viewing experience. And the list just goes on and on. The downside of that is, if you are an avid filmgoer like myself, then there are going to be difficulties with purely the sheer number of titles, and your memory will not register every single thing. So certainly from about I'd say 2009 to about recently, before our cinemas closed due to the pandemic, I really have seen so many films. Never ever before in my life would have watched that many new releases within a short period of time. And sometimes I've seen films popping up on Netflix. I remembered seeing them, but actually the ins and outs of the film didn't really properly register. And that is really the most important difficulty or downside of being overwhelmed by the sheer quantity of titles, i.e. information overload. And Joseph Fares, the well-known legendary game creator from Sweden, was interviewed last week on Xbox podcast, and he said that people really need to be thinking about streamlining their own thoughts, being focused on a game. It's not about how many times you're going to replay it. It's not about the infinite gameplay. It's all about the quality of experience, because he said, if I like a game, I'll replay it many times because I just loved it. And it's not down to the number of hours, it's all about how the story is and what you enjoyed about the characters. And he's asking people to be more focused on one thing rather than having a scatterbrain. And this comes together with the era we live in. So I certainly can confirm that for myself, as far as the overall gaming experiences for myself here, on these platforms are concerned, I'm just racing through lots of different games. Game Pass I've gone through the vast majority. I think PS9, considering I have almost 800, I've gone through one quarter, and not played all of them. I just went through them. Had a look, played them for like 20 minutes, half an hour. There were games that grabbed me. There were games that I'm not going to be playing again because they're not my, they're not. They're not really of the style which really kind of draws me in, and therefore I'll have a look. And after having a look, I was just satisfied that this was not for me. So that's great. Don't forget, if you're a long-term investor, a long-term subscriber, you're paying a significant revenue to the company, and it's all down to the numbers. But still, if I consider that last year I would have paid, let me see, 120 would be on Xbox Game Pass, and I think on PS Now would have been something like £90. No, it's a bit more, but 110 I think it is. Let me think. Yeah, 110. So it is 120, 110. So I would have paid, let's say, £230 for those services combined. Okay, everything else that came together with them was indeed easily accessible. So let me think. 230. I've spent £230 on many games in the course of 1 year. Probably not. I would have probably gone for second-hand games that would have bought for maybe £3 or £4 each, and I'd have purchased maybe 20 games a year. So 20 times, even if we said 5, right? So we won £100. So I would have spent less than, I would have invested the doubled amount of what otherwise would have gone towards my game purchases. And that itself tells you how important this is financially for these companies. People do not understand how business works. It's a bit like a high street shop or a local takeaway, not appreciating regular customers and not knowing that if they pay £5 or £10 per meal, which they have every day, over a period of 365 days in a year, this will amount to almost £4,000. It's just important to kind of really consider notion as to how you are going to be making revenue, and keeping your customer highly satisfied and drawn to your product is very important. I mean, I've been an avid user of Sony products for more than 30 years, and I'll always go for Sony when it comes to TV sets, when it comes to my phones, when it comes to headphones, when the entire selection. Projectors, in fact, I have Sony projector, which at one time was worth £20,000, and it's just Sony. I'm betting on Sony because I know the quality is there. Obviously, I had all of the Sony consoles from the beginning, and you resort to that quality because you feel appreciated with its high quality delivery, the longevity, the durability, all the other factors in there, and I'm happy to invest in any of those bits of equipment because I know they will be serving me really well long term, and I enjoy the quality. My system in here had been completely revolutionised with the introduction of 16 Sony Bravia TV, connected to everything else I've got, and you know, the actual gaming experience is just so immersive, so wonderful, and really hardly can be compared to anything else I've ever had previously in my life. The only thing was running gaming experience through my projectors, very large screen, and I also have, as I said, a Sony professional cinema projector, which in fact is giving me a massive picture. But there's a question around the refresh rate, how illuminated the image is, and you know, various other things. Non-compatibility with the later systems and the older gen projector. Still, the picture was phenomenal and the experience was very good. And you know, I think I've gone down the route of having as large image as possible on a television screen, which is bright, highly illuminated, full of color, compared to what we have with the older gen projectors, LCD projectors. I think 4K projectors still are producing a very high quality image, but I can see the difference when I compare a film with a game being played. It's just the density of the image, it's the illumination, it's the bright colors, it's various other things, and the games look still better on TV sets. And I've watched lots of ads for Assassin's Creed, for you know, it's hard to remember all the other games that were introduced, Gears of War, Mass Effect, Bioshock, all of them on a massive IMAX screen. And you know, IMAX is very good. Still, you'll be able to tell a slight difference in illumination. Anyway, we are back to our gaming experience here, and the reason I told you all about this is quite simple. We had the biggest news of the video game industry ever on Thursday. Basically, Microsoft had confirmed the acquisition of Bethesda Studios. So there's two corporations merging, and Bethesda becomes basically part of Microsoft Group, Microsoft family of game developers. And you will know that they already previously had a merger of ZeniMax and various other development studios that were belonging to the same umbrella. So what that means is the entire catalogue of Bethesda games will be instantly accessible through Xbox Game Pass services, and they already introduced 20 instantly downloadable to consoles and PCs. And some of the titles were there previously, but I think none of them were accessible on PCs. So that is a fantastic bit of news for anyone who is an avid gamer, because you'll be able to enjoy the Dishonored, 2, Fallout series, as well as Elder Scrolls, Doom, and you know, the list just goes on, and Wolfenstein, of course. And yeah, you just can't get better than that, quite frankly. And you pay that subscription to Xbox, and you get everything fully inclusive. Your Xbox Live services together with Game Pass and your Xbox Live Gold. You're getting freebies every month between 2 and 6, and you know, just the stuff the dreams are made of. I just don't have enough hours in a day to try all the games and do everything I want. And I still have to say, with my streams, I've got to be grappling with how to organize everything. But I think I'm getting get to grips really when it comes to having a very good system. And my streams here and my channel are going to be reflecting exactly what I do otherwise. So we are going to be having many more games introduced here, and I'll kind of tie in the channel with the novelties on those streaming services, were divided between PlayStation and Xbox. We did see that PlayStation was unwillingly going down the route of downloadables, and all the new games that they introduced to PS Now services are also downloadable, which is obviously great, because we do want to have, first of all, the top quality, and then secondly, the servers are not as good as the ones of Xbox, and some of the games didn't perform too well on streaming services. There was quite a lot of lag and you know, technical kind of issues popping up, in addition to the fact that when you're streaming, the picture size on the stream is not as great, it's not as large, or you know, it's not like a full screen on your TV, and that also is very disconcerting. I've tried to resolve this, it's just simply not possible. It's almost like you have an internal projector giving you that size, and that's about it. So you get like black bars on top and bottom and left and right, and you know, just like a miniature screen in the middle of your TV set. And I mean, it's not really that miniaturized, but it's just not full screen, and that is a concern. We played Days Gone and Final Fantasy, Horizon Zero Dawn, and a few other games like that, because evidently if you can stream immediately without having the need to download, it is giving you that instant access and makes it really very easy for you to try out a new game. And I'm wondering whether Xbox will do that in due course, because presently you've got to download every single game, and the downloads do take a little while if you're talking about Fallouts and Mass Effects of this world, Destinies and Call of Duties, just to name the few that are occupying almost the entire hard drive if we download it all at once. And all of that is obviously of great concern, because we want to be able to access all the games easily at any moment in time. And these streaming services is offered on PlayStation Now services, obviously of great service, and that are enjoyed all of that on PlayStation, because every game they have on their streaming service is instantly accessible. Just click on that stream now and you can watch it immediately. Ideal for anyone who works in the industry, anyone who does reviews or wants to kind of find out what certain games are like. Or obviously, if you like a game, it's a different story. You can replay it, you can download it, you can get all sorts of things with it. But the downside of PS Now services is that they do not have that download for every single game. I think it's only about might have gone up, because they changed the policy about 18 months ago, I think. But previously, the vast majority, like the blockbusters, the heavyweights, the Uncharted, you couldn't download them. You could just stream them. And so I'm hoping that both services will come to a certain level where they'll be setting up industry standards on how you are going to be streaming and what you need to be doing. Because obviously, similar to Amazon Prime and Netflix, as industry leaders, they'll be setting the rules basically on what others can and what they cannot be doing. So that's just the way things are going to be, and I look forward to all that is to follow. I did say yesterday in my stream we are going to be having a Bethesda month, or maybe we'll have just a Bethesda section here on the channel. I do want to stream some of the very best of the games, because some of them I've not even played. I mean, Wolfenstein, several I've not played at all. Dishonored, I've looked at, not played in full, and you will be familiar with obviously Fallout. I've played all of them and love those games, and also Elder Scrolls. So it's like half and half for me. Doom, I've not played it all, I have to say. I mean, I've looked at it when the original game was released on PC. I wasn't really that keen on the in-game mechanics. It was very bright colours and flashing lights, and it's not really for me. But they remastered this now in kind of 4K quality. I did see some of it, and it's just extraordinary. The fact that we're able to do this, and we'll just have a browse really through all of those games that they have to offer, and we'll try to really make them fully fledged here on the channel. I know some people would like to have just Destiny also, but the fact is we have many titles out there, and quite frankly, Apex and Warzone are ideal for me, because those sessions can be slotted in at any time. You can always have 2 or 3 hours of Battle Royale. They do not require continuity with campaigns or anything else, and it's all down to the knowledge, skill and experience of a squad you play that particular match with. So, what is to follow here is plenty of DRB introducing. We'll have a look at lots of other indie games also offered through those streaming services, and we'll be looking at Bethesda. So that's the big bit of news. I want the channel to be reflecting all that's happening in the industry, in the know, the interesting, the attractive things. The other big thing is from tomorrow, I'll be running a daily podcast, right? Lots of people come to my channel in order to listen to what I have to say about video gaming industry, and I talk quite a lot about this at the beginning of every one of my streams, and I think it's only fair and fitting to have a separate slot, because I was running my DRBMiller daily news, and I just thought presently, because I run it all through my consoles, it doesn't really suffice. It doesn't really go into the right channel for people to listen to the news, and many people come back later. They'll listen to me 2 or 3 days after already completed a particular rundown on the most contemporary, most current news that will come to my desk, and it doesn't really cut it because it's 2 or 3 days late, and they'll watch it through my playback. So I'm going to be working out a new concept, and daily podcast will be basically news plus other reflections and discussions. Daily podcast could also have guests. I can bring in certain people to come in to talk about their gaming experience and overall activities, and maybe sometimes have other streamers popping in and telling us what they're doing. We can have quite a variety of different topics. We can have a weekly community session on the podcast where members of a particular community, notably Apex, Destiny, Warzone, The Division, the games we played here quite a bit, would want to get together and they just reflect on the experience and chat and basically get entertained and have fun. Also, I'll be introducing new very stringent channel rules because as part of Warzone streams we had some competitive gamers coming in and they really were altering the course of what this channel is about. So the new rules will be enforced and they will be very strict. So anyone who is going to be brought here live on air will have to agree and subscribe to these rules, and obviously if there are issues there'll be action taken by the moderators. I'm also getting a new group of people who will be monitoring the channel in view of the changes. So all these things will be as our safety network in place for everyone to enjoy what we like doing here the best, which is basically connecting, interacting, joining forces with other people in the world and providing a lot of entertainment for everyone. That's the bottom line. We are not a competitive channel. I'm not a competitive gamer. I don't play games in order to be excelling at scores, and I've got to say I played Call of Duty for many years. I played Medal of Honor previously. I played other military simulation games. I played Apex, PUBG. The list goes on. But I think Warzone, because it's so frequently played today and so many people participating with those battle royale matches every single day, there is this element of we got to be winning, we got to be collecting the scores. I've done this, I've done that. It's my it's my accolade, it's my achievement, it's my this and that. I don't want to see that here. I'm not interested. And anyone who is wanting to do that, they need to migrate. Basically, we have a channel which is all-inclusive, open to everyone. And we have people with severe illness and disability participating here on everyday basis. We have adults and individuals who felt perhaps on the fringe of society for whatever reason, people who suffered hardship, and we want everyone to feel completely welcome. Any form of aggression, any form of bossiness and a judgment displayed towards anyone else in here will be met with absolute zero tolerance and lifelong bans. So it's as simple as that. Not possible to appeal against it, basically, because the action will be taken on evidence. The evidence is live on air, it's archived, and we are going to be absolutely merciless towards anyone who is breaking these rules. I just want to make this clear, because I've had some people coming in and asking me to help them with their lifelong bans on other platforms. People who were doing live services games like Destiny and Fallout 76 and so on. And the fact is, well, there's a reason as to why you received it. You need to go to the company and find out what's happened and discuss things directly with them. If you're not happy, you need to go to your lawyers. It's as simple as that. There are rules out there in the community where people have to simply realize and learn to live by certain standards and principles. And if you're breaking the standards and principles which are accepted by everyone, then there will be consequences. And the channels in here, being live on air, do have exactly the same selection of rules. They have exactly the same approach. So anyone coming into the community will have to be subscribing to the rules, and therefore they will be liable if they break them. I know that my channel is providing quite a variety of different games. We have anything from the games which you consider to be very family friendly and primarily geared for children, to these like Gears of War and Warzone. That's certainly our 18+, but we want to be delivering everything here in a family friendly, easily accessible Sunday afternoon type of format for everyone to enjoy. So you can be talking about horror films or 18+ games in a manner which is accessible and digestible for everyone and equally enjoyable for everyone to listen to on any time during the day and any time during the week. So that's the idea. This is what we want to have. And as I said, I'm priding myself on the channel and all that's been completed so far. But the recent complaints I received about some of the interactions, there weren't many, just a few, was certainly raising eyebrows here in my team, and so we were definitely going to be taking steps to prevent that from happening. I have to say, when I deal with random gamers, people come in from all over the world, in Apex and Warzone specifically, because you have continuous, consistent random matchmaking. I cannot be preventing certain people from coming in, but I certainly can take action through which I'm going to be preventing their behavior, their words, their content to be present on my channel live, and more specifically for them to be heard. And you know, I'll always do that. And you've seen that over the months and years that we did have people popping in and then saying things which were offensive, and therefore, first of all, we would have left the forum immediately, which is a live online forum, not dependent on us, and then we would report these people for breaking the rules and doing things which are considered to be completely unacceptable. And they vary. You know, they could be from the use of foul language, through being very bossy and very judgmental towards others, being unpleasant, being aggressive, being providing harassment and the behaviours which are having no place anywhere out there in the local community either. And the list just goes on and on and on. Obviously, you get people who start discussing politics, they come up with specific political views, pursuing party politics or views which we will consider to be unacceptable. All of that has no space or place here on my channel. Anyway, we are going to be now cracking on some adventures here as given to us by Spiritfarer. So without further ado, we'll just crack on. We'll just carry on where we left it off yesterday. It is too dark to navigate, therefore we may need to go and sleep. Daffodil's there. Daffodil is my cat. I'm awake. Let's see what we need to do. Well, there we are. Good morning, Stella. Here, and what we'll do is we're just going to up, build, and care, your cereal seeds will grow into plants and into high materials to make rock and limestone. So I think we probably need to be just sailing. Shipyard, harbour. surprise them on a little bit. All better. You're here, taking care of me, like hours. It always gets so much like others. Always protecting those who are vulnerable. Even pedantic's not like me. Remember the day my father yelled at me? Just out of elementary school. You were wearing those blue sneakers with glittery tops. There you were, yelling back at my father like Father turned red and smashed the purple latte glass. It was rad. Some fishing. That's good. One herring picked up. Let's do another. Looks like we arrived already. Look at that! Mossstein Cove discovered. We should hop on that island over there. Maybe we'll find something interesting. I think I agree. The other way. Favorite food, black coffee, likes comfort food, dislikes. Optimistic about a new journey, has eaten a meal she likes. Yeah, off we go. Hop on the island. Here we go. What a majestic tree. Well, we can cut it down. Yes, it's fine, I promise. It's the best way to get wood you need actually. Don't worry, they'll regrow over time. Another interesting fact about the Everlight. Okay, so what do I do then? This is cool, I'll take a photograph of this. Well done! Congratulations. We become death, the destroyer of our worlds. Joke aside, that is how you do it. You go on ahead, cutting down more trees. Then we can go back to the boat and build a field with all those maple logs. It will be next to the raft. Seeds for the future. Money. Medium glint bottle, empty bottle. Anything else? Look at a daffodil. Daffodil's amazing. Look at daffodil. Used to have 4 cats. Quite similar. Not really. We need to see what the plants and seeds for the future. Build a field. Carpet or shoe, corn, herring, grilled fish, dried jelly, empty bottle, all sorts of things in the inventory. Daffodil's falling asleep. And I need more wood. It's quite easy to remember, isn't it? Raspberry. Another big tree. Maple log times 9, so that should be probably plenty. Hang on, awkward shenanigans. That's probably it. That's as many as we could get in here. Back to the ship. Come on, Daffodil. Daffodil's there. So we need limestone. Limestone. it be? Well, I wonder. What could it be? Limestone. Must be further. Oh, there it is. That's what it is. To mine efficiently release X as late as possible without failing. Back to the ship, I think. Very important to sleep. I think they've done it so beautifully because children, when playing this game, will realise sleep is so important. Everyone, you need to be getting enough sleep, you need to rest, you need to rejuvenate to be fully recovered. That's what it is. Feeling refreshed. Isn't worth it, I don't know why. Field! It's better looking than I thought. There's a little original quality to it. Simple but elegant. Now all you have to do is plant field seeds in here. Seeds can grow only in their respective places. And seeds will not grow in the field, so do not trying. You know me, I would kill a plastic cactus, so do not take my word on this. Anyway, there's only one place where we could possibly find what we need. Theodore specializes in seeds. He sets up shop in Hummingbird. This time the area, Theodore and others are the real founders of Raccoon Incorporated, a shady retail franchise with very loose moral values. Yes, this world has a serious problem with dubious business practices. Since I do not want to, since I don't want you to get swindled, I'll come with you and do most of the talking. I've run into this cheeky little raccoon once, and his dishonesty was utterly blatant. Let's head to Hummingbird then. It's very easy to learn on the phone. It's very family friendly, very easy to navigate. What's important here is that's particularly pertinent during these very difficult times of the pandemic, where human contact has been reduced very greatly. Let's see, we've got popcorn. Make popcorn. On-time popcorn. That's very good. Alright. We're here. Let's buy some seeds. Here to set up a shop on this island. Let's pay a visit. Seeds for the future. Well. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. Oh, look at him. Mr. Screenshot. DRBMiller. Not talking to me.
Oh.
I'm going home. Don't follow me. Please.
Oh.
I hate it when people know where I live. You know my address? You'll tell people. Then they'll tell people, listen, I just don't want junk mail. Yeah, I hope my next game will be ready soon. I crunched the data and spent 5 nights theory crafting. Clearly, if you take the heavy weapon proficiency from the mountain gnome race, there is a nifty synergy with the level 3 rogue ability Eviscerate. It's for sure a bit weird, but 5d20 and auto-crit on point can't be defeated, am I right? Stroll a day keeps the doctor away. And remember, a stroll a day keeps the doctor away. A stroll a day keeps the doctor away. Which reminds me, I haven't been to the doctor in forever. Oh no! Why did I think about health all of a sudden? Am I suddenly starting to feel unwell? I'm not sick. I'm okay. What's a place, eh? That's cool. Daffodil and I find nothing there. Hydrant or Royal Mailbox. Must be a hydrant or Royal Mail. No Royal Mail in this world. Take a good look at this shrine stone. It is simply stunning. Some objects in this world are meant to resonate with the Spiritfarer and the light. I've heard this monument has the power to enhance the light's abilities. 2 slots on it need to be filled up. I'm fairly certain you could use oil balls to activate it. Eyeballs, you need to walk the spirits on the ship. I'm sure you'll soon find more lost souls like me. Shrine, the ability to jump on the air, press A twice to double jump. Good day to you. I'm out here looking for the right house to start a family. My wife sent me out to find something that might fit our needs. A garden, maybe a pool. I'm not asking for too much. I just can't decide. I know that you can't help me, but it helps to say this out loud. Might stumble on the rarest of finds. It's true. You never know. Oh. Let me guess. I'm a bit psychic, you know. Your name is Mary. Marguerite. It's Missy. Wait, no. Eshy. Don't tell me it's I should. I'll get it someday. It's like totally enthusiastic, isn't it? It's like that. Gone, stranger. I'll come in. Yes. I thought you had something to say. I had something to say. Good day to you. There is Theodore. Go ahead, take a look at what he's selling. Hey, Step right up, potential prospect. Welcome to Raccoon Incorporated. We've been servicing hummingbirds since forever. You got the glimpse, I've got the goods. I've got all the wares to make you spend those hard-earned glimpse. Step right up. Right, so. Key for Hummingbird. Linseed. Expensive. I don't have money for anything. What was that? Those prices are out of control. I won't let him get away with this. Are you ready to see me obliterate this merchant? Good, let's do it. You know, I know what you're doing here, and you should be ashamed of yourself, you trash panda. Like you are the reason we have middle fingers. What? Madam, what's the meaning of all this? My friend here is the new Spiritfarer. She's not a newbie, and neither am I. That little scam of yours will not work on us. But I can assure you my business practices are quite above board. Be warned, you treacherous striped weasel. I will not tolerate this behavior one more second. No more shenanigans, no more double crosses. Just fair prices. Aye. So stop being dishonest at once. Next time I see you, I'll try being nicer. Start being smarter. Got it? But, yes. Yes, of course. Promise you, I'll adjust my prices. I beg you, please do not scold me anymore. I'll even give you a discount. Look at this. That was, some training in there given in good manners. I'll even give you a discount. Hey, you. Yes, you. Your friend really gave that greedy merchant some help. You both look like you could possibly join the upstairs crew. Do you want to come up, don't you? See it in your eyes. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool being up here. Yeah, all the best people up here. Don't get too excited though. Some idiot broke the ladder. You have to be able to jump inhumanely high to make it. I guess you could also use the stairs in that house. Some other idiot lost the key. Well, anyway, see ya. Upstairs crew forever. So we need to first of all get seeds, I think. Get the seeds. Don't be shy, have a look if you fancy. Oh, that looks good. Seed. Now we haven't got any more money. Yes? Oh, I thought you had something to say. Fantastic. We've got everything stay here as long as you want. I'll meet you at the pier. Oh, look at him. It's really cool. Seeds for the future. Okay. Yes. I'm busy, miss. I'm sorry, I'm in a bit of a rush. Aren't you? Thank you. I needed that. Sorry, I'm okay now. Fruits and veg. Oh, thank you, Stella. I love comfort food so much. No, thank you, Stella. I'm not hungry. Okay. We need to plant the seeds. I think that's the score, isn't it? funny. To recognize. I'm not sure what exactly, but we'll find out.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I thought you had something to say. An excellent salesperson always carries what the customer needs. So my well-off patron, what can I do for you? Yay! That's very good. I'm sorry. fact is, there's nothing else for us to do in here, so I think we probably today, so that will be our episode of DRBMiller introducing Spiritfarer. And as you could see, this is a really feel-good game for everyone. Very, very good story, very beautifully designed environments and plenty of characters, funny dialogue, and altogether a very, very enjoyable platformer. I said it's one of the very best family-friendly games on Xbox Game Pass, and I think I agree, because you have hugging, you have kissing, you have loving, you have being caring, attentive, and sort of teaching people to be polite, civilized and kind, and I just can't stress enough how important that is in the present day and age world. We have so many people who are exactly the opposite, so I'd advise everyone to look at a game, play it, and indeed learn something from it. Well, my friends, I think that's it really for today from Spiritfarer. We'll have another shortish broadcast of Apex Legends later today, around 18:30. So join us for more adventures in Chaos Theory events, and that will be all for today. Really a bit short, but I spent quite a bit of time this weekend reorganizing the channel and creating a new plan for what we are having from tomorrow. So watch this space for a lot more. Also make sure you join us on Twitter and Facebook and Reddit and on Discord, so you are going to be able to receive a lot more news on all video gaming world related. Many of those are from industry and also from some of our associates and community members. So thank you for supporting the channel, for watching Spiritfarer. Thank you for providing us with lots of positive feedback on the DRBMiller. And I'll see you later at around 18:30 here yet again for a bit more of Apex. See you all then.